Hello, I'm Ryan Macasero. We are here at the Santuario de San Antonio in Makati City, where hundreds of former colleagues of the late Foreign Affairs Secretary Albert Del Rosario have came to pay their last respects after he recently passed away. Also, who others who came tonight were former Philippine leaders, friends, and family. So, in case you missed the news, on the early morning of Tuesday, April 18, Ambassador Del Rosario was on his way to San Francisco, California, in the United States when he suffered a heart attack. The late ambassador was a devout Catholic and was on his way to San Francisco to pray at a private devotion to Our Lady of Miraculous Medal in California. According to a statement released by his family, he prayed for his health and for the health of his country. So today we were able to talk to several high-profile guests who have come by to pay their respects to the former Foreign Affairs Secretary. Former Interior Secretary Mar Rojas said that Secretary Del Rosario was a man of a few words pero palaman ang kanyang salita. He said that he gave the late Foreign Affairs Secretary especially high respect for having the courage to pursue the arbitral tribunal ruling in 2016. The landmark ruling used the UNCLOS, or the United Nations Conventions on the Law of the Sea, as the basis to recognize the Philippines' sovereign rights in the exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea or the South China Sea, which is especially relevant today as we see that the administration of Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has been apparently pivoting back toward the U.S. after several years under the Duterte administration, where the ruling had been set aside for several years. And we were also able to briefly speak with Senator Lauren Legarda, who credited the late Foreign Affairs Secretary Del Rosario for helping bring back the Philippines to the Venice Biennale, which is an international art festival in Italy. Also in attendance were former BIR Commissioner Kim Henares, former House Speaker Jose de Venecia and his wife Gina, and former DILG Secretary Rafi Alunan. We were able to speak also to former Senator Dick Gordon on his way out of the wake which is happening at the chapels behind us. He said that Del Rosario was humble, courageous, and spoke his mind quietly in a very strong way. An important lesson that all Filipinos can learn from him also is to stand up. So at 5 p.m. there was a mass sponsored by the Department of Foreign Affairs, and it was attended by many colleagues from the Foreign Affairs Department. The Father Bienvenido Nebres, former Ateneo de Manila President and Provincial Superior of the Society of Jesus, or the Jesuits, presided over the Mass. He mentioned that Del Rosario had defended Filipinos in the diaspora, making OFWs a priority when he was the Foreign Affairs Secretary under the administration of former President Benigno Aquino III, the late president. He got more support for the international support for the Philippine military, which he said was important because of the economic status of many of our soldiers was poor at the time. Secretary Del Rosario also defended our territory with discipline and passion, and made the West Philippine Sea, South China Sea, a policy priority in ways that previous foreign affairs secretaries had not before. He also said that Del Rosario was a man of deep faith and thanked him for all of the, quote, love that he's given all of us. So if you want to read more, we have a profile on Rappler, republished from a couple of years before, called Del Rosario, Filipino Moses in the World's Danger Zones. So you can find that on Rappler.com, where it talks about his dedication to Filipinos overseas and what he did to fight for Philippine sovereignty during his life. Also, we had an editorial that was just published today called Paalam, Albert Del Rosario, Makabayan, Magginoo, Ehemplong Lingkod Bayan. So tomorrow is the funeral and also the necrological services for Albert Del Rosario. It will also be here at 9 a.m., but the family had requested that no cameras be allowed inside of the chapel. So we've only been outside today waiting to talk to those who paid their respects. Tomorrow will be the same. We will be here to cover, but from the outside. And they asked for privacy during the actual burial of the late Secretary Albert Del Rosario. So again, I'm Ryan Macasero. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching Rappler Recap.